All right, let's go back up top. And if I go back into the bill one more time, let's go into the bill one more time. So now we've entered a bill for an expense up top where we assign the category. We enter the bill for an item where we have inventory items. I just want to also point out one other thing when we put the category up top. When we buy something with a bill, the old system in desktop used to call this like the expense category, which is a little confusing because as we saw, we could use the bill to buy expenses, utility bills, expense, and telephone expense. We might use the bill form to pay for something that we have to put on the books as an asset though, like property, plant, and equipment. So just note that you might use that form using this category for an asset account of property, plant, and equipment. That's one of the things we have to kind of keep in mind on the bookkeeping side because if the dollar amount is fairly high, that might be one indication to tell us that we can't just expense it, which would be the easy thing to do, but put it on the books as an asset of property, plant, and equipment. And then we might buy inventory. And if we're tracking the inventory within the QuickBooks system on a perpetual inventory method, meaning tracking the units of inventory as we buy them and sell them, buying them with bill forms and expense forms, selling them with invoices and sales receipts, then we have to have the items so that we can properly track that. Now, we might not always be doing that. You might have inventory and you're tracking it outside of QuickBooks in Excel or on an external website, such as the Shopify website or something like that, in which case you would just still enter it up here as a category expense to inventory if you're going to, whenever you deal with inventory, and then you're going to adjust it periodically instead of tracking the inventory within the system. That also means that QuickBooks does not force you to have a subledger for inventory that ties out to the general ledger as they do with the accounts payable. Therefore, it's very easy to get the subledger that doesn't match the general ledger with inventory. And if that happens, you got to be careful of that. Something went wrong and you got to kind of fix it. All right, so that's the general item of a bill. Next time, of course, we'll do the next natural thing, sorting the bills that are due in the expense area, and then use the pay bill form to pay down the bill. The pay bill form basically being a type of check form, but a special one that always decreases the accounts payable.